Today we're going to report on the news of Elliot Eastman, a foreigner from Vermont, USA. He lived in Zamboanga del Norte, and he was kidnapped yesterday in the Philippines. And he just was at his house late in the afternoon, the evening, and some gunmen, like 4 of them, came into his house, and they went ahead and kidnapped him. He tried fleeing, and they shot him in the foot. They carried him into a boat. He lived in the south, in Mindanao. It can be very dangerous. For the last 10 or 20 years, there's been lots of different things happening down there. It's very dangerous for white foreigners to be in that area. So it's important that we be vigilant, right? And we be careful where we're at. Elliot, he married a Filipina. He's just 26 years old. And the PNP are desperately searching for him because what happened was very bad. And there hasn't been anything like that happen in several years. But back in the old days, there was lots of reports of that, especially in Mindanao, down near Zamboanga and Jolo, Holo. And that area has been very rough. So it's probably best for a lot of the foreigners to stay out of that area. I've been tempted to go down there, but I decided I was not going to go in that area just for my safety. The Philippines is a large country. There's more than 7,000 islands. And also when a foreigner gets abducted or something like this happens, it gets a lot of attention. But bad things happen everywhere. It's important that we keep ourselves safe at all times. We put ourselves in the right positions, not in the wrong position, and we just be careful. But this guy, Elliot, he went ahead and we're hoping and praying for the best for him. And he put himself in a bad position. He put himself in an area that's kind of dangerous for white foreigners. So not all Philippines is like that. Actually, most people say the Philippines is more safe than America. Why? Because the Filipinos don't do like random shootings and just start shooting wildly like in America. Filipinos, they do get in fights and they do have problems like that, but it's usually people who know each other. They're fighting over money, over love, things like that. And so in the Philippines, when there's usually random attacks, it's usually attacks because there's problems between the parties. Also, guns are not really sold in the Philippines very easy. So not that many Filipinos tote guns, although there are guns. But in America, everybody owns a gun, and you don't know who has a gun. And some people just go crazy and go off, start pew-pewing into crowds. It gets really wild and really crazy what happens in America. But in the Philippines, we don't experience such a situation with the people. That's why they say the Philippines is a more safer place to live than America. To be honest, the Philippines used to be on America's terror list, the watch list. And people said, I don't want to go to the Philippines because it's dangerous. And to be honest with you, it was a little bit dangerous. There was lots of terror activity back 10, 20, 30 years ago. There was bad things happening in Siargao. And one time I went there back about 20 years ago, and I was kind of scared. I rented a jeepney, a private, a bus, and I was touring Siargao Island. It's very remote near Mindanao. And I was very nervous because there was a bad history of bad things happening to foreigners there. And I was a little apprehensive to go there. But I was on this bus. It was like a big jeepney bus. And this guy, he saw me and he's like, foreigner, foreigner. And he started running towards the bus. And we were driving. And I told the bus driver, faster, faster. And so I was a little freaked out. But now Siargao is very popular. It's like an in place to be. There's lots of foreigners. There's lots of different things going on, lots of hotels, a lot happening on the island of Shargo. But back 20 years ago, it was kind of a scary place. And when I had that experience, kind of being chased by some guy, I thought, this is a scary place. And I've never gone back to the island of Shargo. We pray for the safe return of Elliot Eastman. He's only 26 years old, from Vermont. Young guy, married to a Filipina, and just trying to enjoy his own life. So it's very sad, and probably be advised that if you want to go to the Philippines, go to some of the larger cities. You can go to Manila, Cebu. If you want to go to Mindanao, go to Davao. It's very safe down there. But don't go to the very south. It can be very dangerous, as Elliot was the only foreigner, white guy, to have lived in his city. So it's kind of remote, and he put himself into a bad position by being in that particular area. So put yourself in a safe area. The Philippines is a great country. It's really nice. The people are good. There's bad people everywhere, so just beware. And don't think that because you're in the Philippines, you're 100% safe. Because in this world, you're never 100% safe anywhere. So just go ahead and take care of yourself and live your life happy and good. And always be vigilant of what's happening around you. But we appreciate you, and we pray for Elliot's safety. Thank you once again. Please subscribe, like the show if you like it. And we look forward to seeing you, of course. We look forward to seeing you next time.